welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want to follow me when I'm not on YouTube, I'm going to ask you to do me a big favor. Get down in that description box and click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link. It's about halfway down in the description box of this video. Go click on it. Give me a follow on Instagram and then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me so that I can say thank you. Guys, I really appreciate y'all for believing in me and rocking with me. I really do. It's been a great 4.5 years of being a full-time YouTuber and being able to make this content. 1,400 videos over that 4.5 years. And I plan on doing, I plan on doing 10,000 videos before I'm done. And hopefully you guys will be a part of that, or at least for as long as you need to be until you're ready to do what you need to do to build your wealth. And then stick around, right? Stick around. I think it's one of the greatest things we can do is help others. That's one of the greatest things we can do in our lifetime is to help others. So when you're fortunate, help others, right? I like to call it pay it forward. Pay it forward. When someone helps you, then you in turn help somebody. If we do that, I think we're gonna be okay, right? And that's what we're doing over in my private mentorship club. That's what we're doing. We're helping each other. So if you want to be a part of a family that helps one another, a financial family, hey, do me a big favor. Go down to the second link in the description box and click on that website link, that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor website, www.richardfain.net. If you want to be a part of a fast-growing financial family, financial community, join. There'll be a membership button or a join button in my website. On the website page, you'll see it, right? Depending upon which device you use to get to the website, you'll see it. And all you got to do, if you want to be a part of a financial community that can help you get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, then join. We welcome any and everyone. The only conditions are you got to be hungry. The only conditions are you got to want to get to wealth. Right? That's the condition. You got to be hungry. You got to be ready to execute, and you have to want to build wealth. Ain't no need of coming over there if you ain't ready to build wealth, because everybody over there who is part of that community, they want to build wealth. Now, here's the difference. Wealth means something different to all 700 plus people over there. You get to decide what wealth is. But decide. Wealth is what you make of it. So what we're going to be talking about here today, these 10 ways to get super rich, don't let that offend you. Don't let somebody saying, hey, getting rich, don't let that offend you. That's not against the rules. It don't say there's some, you can't get rich in the book. It don't say that in the book that you can't get rich, you can't get wealthy. Yeah, you can. You can get rich, you can get wealthy. Don't be ashamed of that. Because we know it's just a tool. We don't serve money. Money serves us. I don't serve money. Money serves me. It's a tool. It provides me the things that I need to live. I don't serve it, it serves me. And as long as we keep it in that perspective, guys, it's okay to build wealth. It's okay. Don't shy away from it. Don't be ashamed of it, right? As long as you keep money in its proper place, which is as a tool, as long as you understand it's just a tool, it means nothing other than being a tool. To be able to do what? Give you more time, more choices, and more freedom in your life. That's all money is. So yeah, I love talking about getting wealthy and getting rich because I want more time, more freedom, and more choices in my life. I don't get those things unless I build a level of wealth that will take care of me. I don't get those things. So don't be ashamed of wealth. Don't be ashamed of saying you want to build wealth if your family member, oh, you old, that's all you think about, Richard, is building wealth. That's right. I want to build wealth. I want something different for myself. I want to pass on something to my children and my grandchildren. I'm not going to apologize for that. Now, if you don't want to build wealth, don't. Your leg don't move when my leg move. When I raise my arm, do your arm raise? Okay then, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to do what I got to do to get mine. I'm going to build wealth and get more time, more choices, and more freedom in my life. And I want to have a financial legacy to pass on to my kids. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that, guys. Maybe some of you want to build wealth and enjoy that wealth while you're still here. And then when you leave this place, maybe you want to pass that on to a charity that you hold close and dear to your heart. Who knows? Who knows what you want to do? It's your wealth. You do whatever you want to do with it. Right? So please, guys, when I go through this, don't think of wealth as a bad thing. It's not. Money is not the root to all evil. The love of money is. None of us don't love, well, I can't speak for y'all. I don't love money. I use money as a tool. That's it. That's it. It gives me more time, more choices, and more freedom. That's what money does for me. That's it. I don't worship it. It's not a top priority in my life. God, family, right? God, family, and people. And then money. It's in last place. Because if I know I do the first three things right, it will flow abundantly. Now that's written in the book. That is written in the book. If I do those first three things well, money will flow abundantly. I ain't got to worry about it. See, you got to take care of the main thing. And in my life, those top three are the main thing. That fourth one, it's going to take care of itself. So don't be ashamed of wealth, guys. Don't be ashamed to tell your family, hey, no, I'm not doing that. I'm getting ready to build my wealth. Well, that's all you want is more money. No, you're mistaken, family member. What I want is more time, more freedom, and choices in my life. How about you? Wouldn't you like to have more of those things? Well, shoot, would we all? Well, then, okay, then. Get in position. If you want more of those three things, get in position. Just get in position. Follow me. See what I'm doing and follow me. Copy my plan. That's what you got to tell them, guys. You got to tell your family and your friends, copy my plan. If you want these three things, if you want more of these three things, copy my plan. And then walk away. That's what I do. I mentioned to y'all my baby sister. She know what I do. My whole family know what I do, right? But she tapped in. Hey, big brother, I see you doing this stock market thing. This was 2 years ago. I see you want to do this stock market thing. I need to get involved. I didn't try to push into it. She just saw what I was doing. See, I led by example. She saw what I was doing and the moves I'm making. She was like, bro, what you doing? I said, hey, I'm telling you, get your account set up. Here's what you do. Put $1,000 a month in here. This is exactly what you put it in. And that particular ETF was VTI. Vanguard Total Stock Market, VTI. Some of y'all have heard this story. I said, this is what you put your $1,000 a month in and just do that every month. I don't care if it's red or green. Do it every month. She started doing that. And she's been doing it for 2 years and she's up 11 grand. And then she came back to me earlier this week and she said, hey, I watched one of your live streams and you're talking about this NVIDIA thing and give me a little bit more of that. And I said, well, here's what you need to do. Take this amount of money and put it in there and forget about it. And give it 3 years. That's what I told her. She texted me this morning. She said, brother, the money's in the brokerage account. I already got it transacted for me on Monday. See, I didn't force her to do anything. I told her, these are the three things that I need. Do you need more of these 3 things? She said, yeah, I need more of those 3 things. Well, then copy the plan. That's all I said. Do you need these 3 things right here? More time, more choices, and more freedom in your life. She said, brother, I need more of those. I said, well, then copy my plan. And she's been doing that, and she's doing great. All you got to do with family, guys, is really have a conversation with them about what's really going on with you. You want more of these 3 things. See, when you start talking about cars and material things, you lose them. You're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. If you lead with material things and you lead with, this is what money going to buy me, you lose them. What you lead with is you have a conversation with them and ask them that. Cousin, sister, brother, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, friend, co-worker. Wouldn't it be nice at some point in your life if you control these 3 things? Your time, if you controlled 100% of your time, if you could have an abundant amount of choices and all the financial freedom you need. Would you want those 3 things if you could get more of them? I don't know nobody that's going to say they don't want more of them 3 things right there. I don't know nobody on this planet that's going to say they don't want to control their time, they don't want more choices in their life, and they don't want financial freedom. I don't know nobody on the planet going to say they don't want that. They're going to say they want that. And then all you got to do is say, copy my plan. Well, Richard, what plan you talking about? Well, let me walk you through it. Let me walk you through the plan. And then that's it. I don't try to convince them. I walk them through the plan and I walk away. I go on about my day. And then what I let them do is see what I'm doing. I don't try to tell them anything because you know people ain't going to listen to what you say. They're going to do what you do. That's what most people going to do, right? Just like your kids. You can tell your kids 1,000 times something. They're going to watch you. Because if you ain't practicing what you preaching, you're going to have problems with them. Right? Family the same way. All right, let's get on with this. We talked about the website already, so get over to the website, guys, www.richardfain.net. Plug in, get you some digital products, join the mentorship club. So many of you are starting to join the mentorship club because y'all are starting to understand that, listen, it's about community, guys. It's about community. You need to get yourself around like-minded people who are going the same direction you going. You have to. It's critical to your development. I'm talking about your financial literacy development, your investment development. It's critical you get around other people who are going the same direction you're going. It's critical. And a lot of you already these last couple of days are flowing in. Why? Because community. See, it ain't about me, guys. It's about the community. I'm part of the community. But it ain't just about me. Don't get me wrong. You got access to me 365, 7 days a week. You got access to me in the private mentorship club through direct message. Everybody that direct messages me in the club, they get answers back. I got like 75 conversations going on right now. People just, and they email me every day. I got some people that email me, direct message me every single day. And you know something? I love it because it lets me know they locked in. They locked in. They laser focused on what? Those three things I just told you. More time, more freedom, and more choices. And they're like, listen, man, I'm going to get everything I can get out of you. And I'm like, bring it on. I love it. Come on. I want 250 conversations going on. Well, that tells me it's working. So all I'm telling you, man, if you want to be with a family, get yourself to the website and sign up. Don't be out here by yourself, man. It's rough out here by yourself. It's rough because everybody out here going to tell you can't do it. Everybody else out here going to tell you why you can't do it. You're wasting your time. That's all you want to do is get more stuff. All you worried about is money. That's what you're going to get out here in the matrix. This is what the matrix, because see, the 1% that already taught the people in the matrix how to, that crab in a bucket mentality. That's what they teach you in the matrix. The matrix teach you, hey, when you see someone else trying to get out of this, you pull them back in, please. Don't let them out of this matrix. Don't let them out of this bucket. Pull them back in. That's all they're doing, because that's what they've been taught. From kindergarten to high school and on through to PhD. They've been taught to do what? Pull people back in the matrix. Don't let them out. Don't let them out. Pull them back in the matrix. So all I'm telling you guys, if you want to get out of the matrix, get yourself over here in a community where these people are out of the matrix. Because if they wasn't out of the matrix, they wouldn't be in the club. See, that don't mean we don't make mistakes. That don't mean we don't fall short sometimes. But we know we got a community of people we can come to and uplift us and pull us out of that pit. But when you ain't got nobody to pull you out of that pit but a bunch of people in the matrix that want to keep you in the pit, let me tell you something, man. It's tough, right? So hit the website, do what you need to do. I appreciate y'all that have went over there. More than 200,000 of you have went over there. Thank you. And even a second thank you to the ones that have purchased digital products, not to benefit me, but to benefit you. See, that's one thing. This is how I look at it. When I'm around people in my gang of five, when I go see Deion Sanders, one of my best buddies in the whole wide world, when I go see him, I just absorb everything I can absorb from it. Whatever I got to do, I absorb it from him. See, when I'm with him, I don't do a lot of talking. I do a lot of listening. Because he where I want to be. He been there for years. See, I don't do a lot of talking when I'm around people who where I want to be. I do a lot of listening and taking action. I don't sit up there and ask him 15 million questions. I absorb the information that he gives me, and then I ponder on it, and then I execute. That's what you got to do, guys, with your gang of five. You got to get around a group of people. Guess what? A lot of these people over in that mentorship club could be in your gang of five. We got a lot of people over there that know what they're doing, guys. And they're willing to pour into you. They're willing to pour financial information into you if you let them. Let somebody pour some financial information into you. My good friend Deion Sanders pours financial information into me. And I take that information and I act on it. Have somebody that pours something into you guys. It can happen over there in the mentorship club. Hey, before we move forward and get into this information, if you want to take advantage of the Moo brokerage account offer, which is up to 15 free stocks when you sign up with a new Moo brokerage account. First link down in the description box. All you got to do, click on that link, sign up. When you put $100 initially in your account right away now, this is a limited time offer. You got to put the money in right away. Boom, you get 5 free stocks. You put in $1,000 right away, it qualifies you for 15 free stocks. What a wonderful offer by the good folks at Moo, right? The only way you get it though is you got to click on my link down in the description box, and you got to, don't delay, you got to act today, right? Because what I want you guys to be in position for is next week. So if you get your Moo account open today, you get it open tomorrow, you go ahead and make your transfer. It's going to take a few days for your transfer to get in. by Tuesday, Wednesday next week, you're locked and loaded. You're locked and loaded to take advantage of these discounts that are on sale right now in the Magnificent Seven. Next week, by the end of next week, I believe the discount gone. They pull the discount off the shelf. They go back to full price. So if you want to take advantage of these discounts that will be at the beginning of the next week, you got to be locked and loaded. So get down to that description box and open up that Moomoo account. Go get that free stock, go get that free money, and then be locked and loaded by Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and you're ready to execute. And all you got to do is follow the blueprint. What's the blueprint? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to send you some videos. Go to the website, www.richardfain.net. Send me an email. Let me know you've opened your Moomoo account. You funded it. You're ready to go. And then I'm going to send you Moomoo tutorial videos to show you how to use the Moomoo app. So by the time Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday roll around, you already know how to use the app because you're going to go through those videos over the weekend. You're going to go through them on Monday. And Tuesday, Wednesday, you should be ready to lock and load. Get to business. Get to work. Get to execute. No more questions. Just follow the blueprint. Get to work. Right? So send me the email and boom, I'm going to send you that you got to email me through the website, right? And if you do that, then we're going to be in good shape to get you ready to go for next week. All right. Well, let's dive into these 10 ways to become rich, wealthy, well off, whatever you want to call it. I don't got a problem with rich. I know some people do. I don't. Hey, I want to be rich. Lord, I want to be rich. Lord, I want to be wealthy. But I understand it's just a tool. I don't place it above you. I don't place it above my family. And I don't place it above helping people. But I do want more time, more freedom, and more choices in my life. And I understand in this society we live in this world I live in, it takes wealth to be able to generate enough income to take care of me. That's it. So whatever your hang-ups with that, get over it. Get over it. Becoming a millionaire is a dream of many, but it's possible. But is it possible to achieve with focus and determination? Yes, it is possible. It's possible to become a millionaire if that's what you desire. Some of y'all don't desire that, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Whatever level of wealth you desire, that's okay, as long as you put it in the right priority. Correct? So can we agree on that? Nobody has to be a millionaire, because I know somebody in the comments, I don't want to be a millionaire. Then don't be one. Label it whatever you want to label it. Whatever you call it that. Okay? If that word millionaire ticks you off or gets you lit, don't call it that. Call it something else. Call it financial freedom. There you go. That's a good word for it. Let's just call it financial freedom. Right? You want to become financially free, right? Let's call it that. While a sudden windfall or lucky break can accelerate the timeline, true financial freedom status usually requires diligent effort over decades. Listen, guys, it took me decades, but it's a new world we live in now. It don't have to take you decades, not with what's coming. And I shared with you guys this morning what I believe is coming. It's going to be a 10-year golden era. The next 10 years is a golden era where so much wealth will be created. It's crazy. The question is, will you be a part of that golden era? Or will you sit on the sideline? Or will you put yourself in the game? That's the question, right? Because it's going to happen. Whether you get involved or not, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. We cannot stop progress. We've talked about this. None of us are going to stop progress. I guarantee you, you can go in your room, get in the closet, close the door, and just stay there and just hope and pray that time stops. I promise you it won't stop. I promise you it won't stop. You can go in there at night, close your eyes, and don't move. When you come out of there, it's going to be morning time and the sun going to be up. That means time just kept going. Didn't care about what you was doing in the closet. It doesn't care. You can't stop progress. So this next 10 years is full of progress. Right? And here's where we can hitch our wagons, our financial wagons, to thoroughbreds. And thoroughbreds are investments. Thoroughbreds are these 10 ways. Think about these 10 ways to get to financial freedom as thoroughbreds. Some of y'all are familiar with thoroughbred horses, right? They're pretty fast. They're strong. Their stature. That's what we want to hitch our wagons to. Is companies that are strong, have stature, right? They have revenue power. They have above revenue power than the rest of the companies in the market, right? We want to be with fast growing companies that are growing faster than what the market is growing. And what's the market? The S&P 500. That's the market. So if the S&P 500 is at 15% year to date, all the rest of my investments that are not in the S&P should be doing better than that. If I got any investments that do worse than the S&P, something's wrong with my portfolio. I need to reorganize my portfolio. I really need to reallocate some funds because nothing in your portfolio should be performing less than the S&P 500. Or what is the point of having anything else in the portfolio other than the S&P? If I got some individual stocks over here that are underperforming the S&P, what in the world am I doing with these stocks? It makes no sense. It's a waste of money. If I got other ETFs over here that are underperforming the S&P 500, it's a waste of money. Take that money out of there and put it in the S&P. I got to outperform the market. The market is the S&P. So if anything in my portfolio is not outperforming the S&P, Richard, you got to reallocate funds. You got to get rid of these losers and pick some winners or put it in the S&P until you can find some winners. That's the way it goes, guys. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So my thing is you don't have to do this thing for decades anymore. I talked about that this morning. This new wave of investors that are becoming in, this new wave of retail investors, they don't want to work for 20 years. They don't want to have to invest for 20 years. Like in the old days we did. We just did it. They don't want to do that. They want to slip in this thing for 3 to 5 years and be done. Right? Can that happen? Possibly, if they pick the right investments and they take advantage of this next 10 years of golden era. Absolutely, it can happen, right? It can happen. With discipline and commitment to learn sound financial principles, the goal of amassing financial freedom is attainable for an increasing number of people. So here we go. 10 things. Number 1, start a successful business. That's number 1. That's the number 1 way, guys, out of 10. That's number 1. Start a successful business, can collapse time frames and get you to freedom faster than anything else I know. Starting a business. Well, how do you start a business? Let's talk about it. Entrepreneurship provides the most direct path to becoming financially free. See, I just told y'all that. It's the fastest path for a lot of people, right? Entrepreneurship provides the most direct path to becoming financially free, albeit with significant risk and effort. Building a company that scales, fills a market need, and disrupts an industry can lead to an enormous payday through an IPO or acquisition. Now, for us regular common folk, I'm not saying some of y'all can't go IPO and all this. I'm not talking that level. I'm talking about you can start a small business. Now, if you want to scale it and grow it to Amazon, go right ahead. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. What I'm trying to do is when I started my small business was started to do what? To create this money thing that I could then take and put it in something like an asset and continue multiplying it when I'm asleep. Because see, in my business, I got to be on this YouTube channel. That's how my business works. I got to be on this YouTube channel for revenue to be generated. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. So I got to take this money while I'm able to get on this YouTube channel and command an audience. I got to take this revenue that I get from this YouTube channel and I got to put it in something that's going to multiply it faster than the market. That's the goal. Get on this YouTube channel, make this revenue, take this revenue, put it in things that are going to multiply it faster than the market. And I do that long enough, I build wealth. And then that wealth at some point replaces my income that I'm making from the YouTube channel. My wealth gets big enough, it replaces this income. Then I can say, okay, YouTube, thank you. It was great. Y'all catch me on my website, turn it off. Now I got assets that replace that income. That's the goal here, guys. So starting a business can help you do that. Now, one thing you got to understand about starting a business is you got to do what? You got to find a problem that somebody has. You have to find problems that people have. And then what you do is when you find that problem, you got to come up with a solution to solve the problem for those people. What do you mean, Richard? Okay, when I started the YouTube channel, I had to find a problem to solve. Before I could really even start the YouTube channel, I had to find a problem to solve. So I looked at my skill set and I said, okay, Richard, here's your skill set. How can you utilize this skill set to help people solve problems? I said, well, goodness gracious, I got this investment background. I've been a banker. I've created side hustles. Maybe there are people out there who want to learn how to buy real estate for income. Maybe there are people out there that want to learn how to put money in paper assets and multiply it when they're asleep. Well, maybe there are people out there that want to find side hustles to supplement their primary income. Maybe there's some people out there that have that need. Well, you got the skill set, find them. And I was like, well, golly, how in the world am I gonna find them? I don't know how to find these people. Oh, that's right, this social media thing. Oh, goodness gracious, I forgot about this social media thing. Well, which platform? Well, goodness gracious, YouTube, billions of people, man. Start there, it's for free. You ain't gotta pay them nothing to put a video up. Just open your account, abide by the rules, put you some videos out and see if people gravitate to it. So that's what I did. I just picked up the phone, made me some videos, put them up on YouTube, taught myself how to edit, taught myself every little thing. And I just started doing that every day in 2020, every day. And it started catching on. Why? Because those videos started solving problems for people. They started solving problems and it got them intrigued. They said, well, let me listen to this guy. He got these cars. This guy must be successful. He must have did something right. Let me listen to it. And that's how it started. So you have to find a problem that needs solving, and then you come up with a solution to solve that problem. You can start a business. Well, golly, before I can start the business, I got to create an LLC. I got to go get business funding. I got to go get no, you don't. You don't need to do any of that. Here's an idea. Find a solution. Present that solution to the people, see if that solution can solve a problem for them, start making some money where you've proven the concept, then maybe think about doing all this other stuff. So I never could understand why people try to do all of this stuff when they don't even know, I've had so many people email me, oh yeah, I created my LLC, I even got me some business funding from some guy on YouTube, he helped me get it. What do I do now? I'm like, I don't know what you're supposed to do now. You put the cart before the horse. I mean, you went out and got business funding and spent half of the business funding and don't even got no business. You don't even have a business. See, because you put the cart before the horse. I tell people all the time, there's no need to go get no business funding until you prove the concept. Find a problem that needs solving. Present your solution to the marketplace, see if that solution solves problems, and if it does, and revenue comes back, then you got a business. Then go through all these steps. But I ain't finna lay out all this money when I don't even know if I got a solution that solves problems, right? So please, starting a business is one of the ways you can get yourself to financial freedom, because it will create income that you can then take and put in passive investments that make money and build wealth while you're sleeping. And at some point, you can get out of this business, you can sell it, you can scale it and sell it, or you can just shut it down if it served its purpose, right? So that's one way. But most businesses require large investments of time and money before becoming profitable. Success hinges on exceptional execution, right? Something that differentiates you from others. Timing, a bit of luck. If you have the appetite for risk and a killer business idea, see, I just told you, you need a solution that solves problems. They just call it a killer business idea. I disagree. Because all of us got ideas. It needs to be a solution that can solve problems. I don't care what your idea is. It can be a killer idea, but if it don't solve no problems, it's just an idea. I don't want just no idea. I need a real solution that solves problems, right? So if we can do that, then we're on our way to becoming financially free. So that's number one. Let's move on to number two. Invest in the stock market. That's number two. Now, y'all know that's near and dear to my heart because I do quite a bit of that. Right? So investing money in stocks and bonds, for me, that I scratch that out. Y'all can do bonds. I don't do no bonds right now. So for me, it would be invest money in stocks and ETFs. That's what it would be for me. I don't do any bonds, right? Because I need growth, and bonds historically are not growth instruments. They're income instruments. And right now I don't need no income instrument until I grow my wealth big enough that then I can go put it in an income instrument like a bond, and it throws off enough interest to take care of me. Right now, I don't need no income. I need growth. Some point in the future, when I get all my growth I want, then I go to income, which could be bonds, right? But for now, bonds ain't for me, but it could be for you, right? So investing money in stocks, ETFs, index funds can grow wealth through compound interest over decades. By contributing to retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs, investing in low-cost index funds and ETFs, your money goes to work in the market. The key is to continually invest over long time horizons through ups and downs. Does that sound familiar, guys? I've been kind of saying that for years. You got to do that. Good times, bad times, don't matter. You keep dollar cost averaging in. History tells us that's the winning formula. Dollar cost averaging in every month, no matter what. Stock market doing great, keep investing. Stock market doing bad, keep investing. Over time, it's proven that you come out on top, right? This is what these people are talking about here. With 30 or 40 years in consistently monthly investments, now, listen. I did the whole 25-year thing, and I understand some people that they're just not going to do that. We live in a society now where people just don't want to do that no more. So we got to find ways to collapse time frames, and maybe let's go from 25 years to 10 years, right? Let's go to 10 years. Let's concentrate on 10 years of really just aggressively put money into assets. Delay gratification for 10 years and just aggressively put money into assets. And I think you get there. Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong if you want to do it for 30 or 40 years, go ahead. But I know that type of investing for most people has passed. Most people today, you know, they got about 10 good years. Now, is there an exceptional person out there that still will just consistently do it for 40 years? Yes. But that is an exception, not the rule. Most people don't want to wait no 30 years. At least in my experience of all the thousands of people I've talked to since I've been doing YouTube. Most people don't want to wait 30 years. Now, 10 years, they okay with that. And I think 10 years is long enough. As long as you're willing to pay the financial price and sacrifice and delay gratification, you can get there. because we got to create a new normal. We can't do things the way we used to do them. We got to always be evolving and changing. And that means we can change the way we build wealth. We don't have to wait 30, 40 years anymore. We can build wealth in 3. We can build it in 5. We can build it in 10, as long as we're willing to pay the financial price. There is no time limit on when you can build wealth. It's up to you. As long as you're ready to earn and keep what you earn, and then what you keep, you multiply while you sleep in the right things that have a higher return than the market, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I still agree with time and compounding. Let time and compounding do the heavy lifting. That is exactly right. Let that 10-year period. But the key is, like they said earlier, is consistency. You got to be consistent month in, month out. And every time you can, you raise the stakes. Okay, I'm going to start out with $500 a month, but my goal is by the end of the year, I want to be $1,000 a month. My goal by the end of the next year, I want to be $3,000 a month. That's what you should be, up in the ante. That's how you collapse time frames and get there faster, guys. The more money you put into great assets, you get there faster. It don't take you as long. The smaller amount of money you put in, it takes you longer because you got less compounding. The more I got compounding, the faster I get there. So let's move on to number 3. So we got number 1, business. We got number 2, which is investing in the stock market. And then number 3 is invest in real estate for income. Owning real estate, particularly rental properties, can build significant wealth over years of home value appreciation and rental income. So you got 2 ways, right? You got the appreciation of the rent, and then you got appreciation of the property. Those are the 2 ways, right? Those are the 2 ways you can create wealth. Is appreciation of the rental income and appreciation of the property. So here they're telling you, you can build significant wealth over years of home value appreciation and rental income. Though capital is required up front, properties typically gain value and generate steady cash flow. And that is true. I did it for 25 years. Buying single family homes, putting tenants in them, and being patient. That's all I did. Every couple of years, buy one of them places, put a tenant in it, be patient. Rental income, 99.99% of the time, took care of everything. If it's in the right location. That's the key. Everything, if you want to make a lot of money in real estate, it's about location. It really is. At our level. I'm not talking about somebody got 1,000 apartment units. Not that person. I'm talking about at our level where we go in 1Zs, 2Zs, 3Zs, maybe a 4-unit, maybe a 5. It's location. The better location we can have that property in, the more rent we can charge. So just understand that. And the more the property will appreciate because people have a desire to live in superior locations, right? One strategy is house hacking. By living in one unit of a multi-family property while renting other units. Very good opportunity to do well, right? Get you a 4-unit, you stay in 1, rent 3. Another form of house hacking is you buy a single family, let's say it got 5 bedrooms in it. You occupy the primary, I gotta get my words right here. You occupy the primary, and then the 4 other secondary bedrooms, you rent to people. A lot of people do that, man, when they start out and they have been successful at it. And then you collect all that money and then you start buying more properties, right? So house hacking is a good way to do it. Real estate investing requires research and maintenance, but can yield millions over time if done properly. Ding, 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 it can. It can definitely provide you financial freedom. It did for me. And I just did single families. Every couple of years, try to buy me a single family, put a tenant in a good location, and just be patient. Didn't worry about nothing, just be patient. Even in the downturn in 2008, I bought more properties when they were really heavily at a discount. So Real estate is a good one. So that's number 3. Let's go to number 4. Develop high income skills. How many times have you guys heard me say that? The more value you add to the marketplace, what? The more money you make. That's what they're talking about here. Develop high income skills. The more you add value to the marketplace, the more the marketplace will pay you. The less value you add to the marketplace, the lower the market will pay you. That's just the way it works, guys. So here it is. Certain skills and careers, right, reliably lead to a higher salary, which enables faster wealth building. Fields like software engineering, law, medicine, finance carry 6-figure earning potential. Developing expertise in high income fields makes it easier to save and invest larger amounts. Additionally, continuously learning new skills, seeking promotions, and progressing your career increases salary potential over decades. A high income allows you to accelerate your financial freedom timeline. I agree with that because I was one of those guys. I was in a high income sector of banking, made good money, kept most of it, invested it. But I didn't stop there. I also added some other stuff, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But yeah, developing your skill sets. And I know they mentioned lawyer and all this stuff. That's fine. Guys, there are other skill sets out there that don't require you have no law degree, no medical degree. I mean, you can get yourself in some type of commission-based situation. See, what I like about commission-based situations is you don't get paid for time. You get paid for results in commission. I love that. I love that. You mean to tell me I don't have to have this traditional 8-hour day? No, you don't. Here are the results we expect out of you. If you can get them done in 2 hours, you're Gucci. Or if you need to take 18 hours, that's on you. This is the results we're looking for, and we're going to pay you a bunch of money if you hit these results. See, that's what I like. I don't worry about no law degree. I ain't got to worry about no medical license. I ain't got to worry about none of that. Don't get me wrong. If people do that and they want to pursue that, pursue it. But you don't have to. You can get yourself in some type of commission-based career where they pay you for your results. I love that. I used to have a buddy of mine. He was in the mortgage business. And I was in the banking business. This joker he made 3 times more than I made. I was like, God, dog, man. Thank God I got these real estate properties and this other little side hustle stuff. Oh, boy, I'd be in last place right here with you jokers. Man, them guys was in that mortgage business. They was in all kind of stuff, man. Why? They got paid for their results. See, I was over here getting paid for my time. I was on salary. Don't get me wrong. Now, I had bonuses. But, man, these guys, they were out golfing and cutting the fool and making $200,000-$300,000 a year, man. Because they got paid for their results. I was over here getting paid for my time. Thank goodness I invested in real estate and all this other stuff so I could keep up with my plan. But these guys were, because they got paid for the results. So, and they were commissioned. Mortgage brokers, real estate agents, these guys were getting paid for their results. That's how it is when you're on 100% commission, man. You get paid for your results. So for some of you folks out there that says, something, I ain't trying to go to no medical school. I ain't trying to get no law degree. I ain't trying to be no software engineer. But I am okay with learning a skill over here as a real estate agent, as a mortgage broker. Hey, maybe even selling medical equipment or some other type of equipment that carries high dollar markups that people are willing to pay you huge commissions because they carry huge price tags. And it's hard to sell those things. And when you find somebody that has a good knack for it, they pay you handsomely. Listen, man, you can make unlimited money because there's no cap because you get paid for your results. There's a cap over here when you work for somebody because they're only going to pay you for the hours. You can only work so many hours. It's cap. Over here, no cap, right? So that's number 4. Let's move on to number 5. Save and invest over time. Religiously saving and investing 10 to 20% of your income is a tried and true wealth building strategy. By consistently putting money away each month and letting compound interest work its magic, Your invested savings grows exponentially over years. The key is giving your money as much time in the market as possible. Any income level can utilize this savings approach. I call it an investment approach. Committing to save a portion of every paycheck and regularly, right, invest. Regularly invest in the market. That's the key. Regularly invest in the market is the cornerstone of financial freedom, right? So what I normally tell people is pay yourself first. That was my strategy when I was out here running real hard. My strategy was pay yourself first. Every direct deposit came in, I wanted to take 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% and be able to invest. After my 401k contributions had already came out, of course, I was investing in the 401ks. It was free money. They were giving me a match. Why wouldn't I take that? So after that money came out, before they even taxed, they took that money out. And then once they taxed me and they hit the direct deposit into the account, I would take another 30%, 10% in the early days. And then I graduated that up to 50% of that check would be going to real estate or going to the stock market in a regular brokerage account outside of the retirement accounts. Well, Richard, how were you able to do that? Because I had side hustles too. So I wasn't just relying on my primary, I had side hustles too, right? So between the side hustles and the primary, I could take more than enough, 50% of the primary, and put it in investments to work for me. And that's what these people were telling you right here, is save and invest over time. And again, it doesn't have to be 50 years. It can be 5 years. It can be 10 years. You decide that, right? You decide that. Now, I believe I'm on number 6. Ride economic waves. What have I been talking about here, guys? These last 10 years are going to be an economic wave. It's going to be an investment wave. Ride economic waves. That's what we're getting ready to go on here in the next 10 years. An economic wave is a stock market wave in this continuous bull market that we call the stock market. Aligning your career and investments with fast-growing fields or technological shifts can provide a boom tailwind on your path to financial freedom status. What are they talking about? For me, they're talking about the tech sector with the whole AI thing. To me, that's exactly what they're talking about when they say a technological shift. It can be a booming tailwind. That's what AI is going to do for my net worth. It's going to be a tailwind to take my net worth to quadruple status. I'm going to ride this AI, this artificial intelligence. I'm going to ride this thing for the next 3 to 5 years, 10 years if I have to, right? That's what I believe they're talking about here. So align your career and investments with fast growing fields of technological shifts that can provide a booming tailwind on your path to financial freedom status. Areas like the artificial intelligence. I think I just said that. Areas like artificial intelligence, green energy, cryptocurrency are experiencing major growth. Educating yourself on high potential sectors and making strategic career or investment moves helps multiply your money quicker by riding historical economic waves. What have I been talking about over these last 6 months on this YouTube channel? Every single day. Artificial intelligence. I'm not a crypto guy. Maybe you are a crypto guy, crypto girl. That's fine. You can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing in crypto. The problem is most people don't know what they're doing. That's the problem. Just saying. But you can. If you know what you're doing, you can make a lot of money in crypto. If you know what you're doing, you can make a lot of money in green energy. I don't know anything about green energy, so I can't make no money there because I don't know anything about it. I do know about artificial intelligence. That's where I'm hanging my hat. Yes, I am. So guess what? I'm going to use artificial intelligence to do what? Be my tailwind. Be my tailwind to take me to what? Quadruple net worth status. That's the tailwind. This is what these people are telling you about ride economic waves. If you're not riding the artificial intelligence economic wave, you may want to give that some consideration, guys. I'm not your financial advisor and I can't tell you what to do, but I would strongly recommend you consider it. If you've been like in hibernation over these last 6 months and ain't aware of what's going on, I'm glad you're out of hibernation. Shake it off, wash your face, let's go. Before it passes you by. Let's go. Let's go. Timing major trends aids your ability to exponentially grow wealth. Just be careful not to put too much of your money into one risky investment. That's why I tell you guys, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. You can't. And that's what they're telling you. Don't get me wrong, AI, I believe, is going to quadruple me. But I'm not going to put all my money just in AI. That's the reason I got the S&P 500 top companies in America, every industry, every sector. Money's there in a steady eddy. I got the FTEC, information technology, 324 top information technology companies in that fund, right? I got the Mag 7. And then I got my other investments. I got Bank of America stock sitting over here as well. So I got cash on the sideline, right? So I'm well diversified, but don't get it twisted. I'm making a big investment in artificial intelligence. I'm hanging my hat on it. It's about 25% of my net worth. It's in artificial intelligence. And I'm okay with that. I will live with the consequences, but I believe the consequences are going to be great, especially in the next 3 to 5 years. And that's where I plan to make the bulk of my wealth, guys, in the next 3 to 5 years. Make no mistake, I'm going to be in the market for 10, but the next 3 to 5 in artificial intelligence, where I am going to make my imprint. Hopefully you've got something that's going to help you make an imprint. I'm hoping. So let's move on to number 7. Very, 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 very critical. And one of my 4 financial principles, right? My 4 financial principles: live on less than what you make, live on a plan, stay out of consumer debt, save and invest. Those are the 4 financial principles. This one right here is one of those 4, which is get out of debt. Very, very important that you get out of debt, guys. It's extremely important. Debt is dangerous. If you want to be a millionaire or financially free, at best, it robs you of opportunities to save and invest. At worst, it can create financial chaos that can take years to escape. Guys, you got to stay out of consumer debt. You really do. Every dollar you spend servicing consumer debt is one less dollar you could be multiplying while you sleep. For example, using a credit card to pay for purchases is convenient and might even earn you a small amount of cash back or reward points that save you money. However, charging $5,000 at 16% APR would cost $3,140 in interest and take you 82 months or almost 7 years to pay off if you only pay the minimum payment due each month of $100. You're talking about $5,000 is going to cost you $3,140 in interest. You borrowed $5,000 from your credit card, you're going to, guys, please be careful with these credit cards. Please be careful with the credit cards. Please be careful with the credit cards. That's all I'm going to say on that. Please be careful with the credit cards. All right, let's move on to number 8. Number 8, cut down on expenses. Eliminating unnecessary expenses is another way to accumulate the wealth of the financially free. The more money you trim from your budget, again, this is one of the 4 financial principles, right? Live on a plan. That's having a budget, having a personal budget. That's exactly what they're saying. Cut down on expenses. Eliminating unnecessary expenses is another way to accumulate wealth. The more money you trim from your budget, the more money you have to save and invest. For example, instead of borrowing money to buy a car, you could save up to purchase one with cash. Then you, and not the bank, get to use the monthly payment to make more money. That's very true, guys. Save up, save up, save up. Don't go get the $80,000 car. Don't get the $70,000 car. Save up, get your $7,500 car. That's just as dependable. Now, once you get to the enjoyment stage of wealth and you've built your wealth and your wealth can pay for your car, your wealth can pay for your trips, then go ahead and use your wealth and have fun because your wealth pays for it. You don't have to exchange time for money. If you get sick, guess what? When you're working for somebody, they stop paying you. If I get sick and I got wealth, that money don't stop because I'm sick. It keeps coming. But if I'm working for somebody and I get sick, ultimately at some point, they're not going to pay me no more. So all I'm telling you is, guys, cut down on these expenses. A lot of us are spending too much money unnecessarily, and we're not building wealth. Number 9. Now, number 9 is not going to be applicable to me, but it could be applicable to you. And I don't have anything against this. It's just not applicable to me, but it may be applicable to you. Number 9 is work with a financial advisor. And I'm not against financial advisors. All I recommend is before you give your money to a financial advisor, you know exactly who this person is and what results they have accomplished. That's all I'm saying. I typically don't want to give my money to somebody who don't have a net worth larger than mine. I'm sorry. That's just, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. Now, you may not. You may be okay with that. I have a problem with giving my money to somebody that don't have a net worth higher than mine. I don't know. And anyways, what I do is so simple and simplistic. I don't need a financial advisor for what I do. I just put my money in big boy blue chip. That's it. S&P 500, FTEC, Mag 7, NVIDIA. Boom, done. What do I need a financial advisor for that for? I don't, but that don't mean you don't. So listen to what their suggestions are and you figure out what you want to do with that. A financial advisor may be just what you need to guide you on the path to becoming financially free. These professionals can help you define your financial goals and steer you toward the best investments to reach them. You should interview potential financial advisors to make sure they're a good match for you. Choose someone who operates as a fiduciary. What does that mean? By law, they got to make sure they have your best interest, not their own. Please be careful with that because these people eat what they kill. So you better make sure they have a fiduciary responsibility at all costs to take care of you first. So make sure you ask that question because they do eat what they kill in most cases, right? They work off commissions. They work off a flat fee that they've negotiated with you. However they get paid from you. And they're going to get paid whether their returns are good or their returns are bad. They get paid. So just be careful. Like they said, interview these people. Make sure that they're a good fit. Make sure they're at a strong, reputable firm. Me personally, these little boutique ones, all I think I can think of is Bernie Madoff. I'm sorry. All I can think about for these little boutique, now, and again, I'm not saying that everybody's a Bernie Madoff. I'm just saying these little boutique ones, if I'm going to go somewhere, I got to go somewhere like Schwab or Vanguard or... I can't mess with them little boutique ones because all I can think about is Bernie Madoff. He a little boutique and y'all know what that story was like. And I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you my opinion is you better know who you're getting. You better know who you're getting. And you better make sure they're fiduciary. And if you don't really know what that means, go out on the internet and put it in Google. It'll tell you a full definition of it. But just what I think it means is they just got to have your best interest first. Not their interest, but yours. I don't make investments because I know there's a financial gain for me, but I'm going to screw the customer to go get this financial gain. That's not a fiduciary. A fiduciary wouldn't do that. They're going to say, you know something, I'm going to make less, but I'm going to do the right thing for this customer. That's a fiduciary, right? So just know what you're doing out there. Again, not applicable to me. I've never used one and I never will. But you figure out what you need to do. This means they must act in your best interest. That's why I was just saying. Choose someone who operates as a fiduciary. That means they act in your best interest instead of their own or their employers. That's why I always say, just make sure when you go interview these people, you want to see an agreement that spells out their fiduciary responsibility. And in there, it should say exactly what these people just said. And you keep a copy of that. So if something goes awry, you can pull that back out and say, listen, this is your fiduciary responsibility. This transaction you did right here, who was this transaction's best interest in? But if you never go in there and ask that question, you just, oh, golly, he's such a nice kid. Oh, golly, she's so cute. Here you go. Don't ask no questions. I'm telling you guys, be careful. Here are a few questions to ask potential financial advisors. How are you compensated? Great question. Great question. How are you compensated, Mr. or Mrs. Financial Advisor? And I don't want no vague answer. I want it in writing. I want it in writing. I want to see it on your letterhead, how you get paid. Don't be telling me nothing. Put it on paper. Put it on the letterhead. Sign it. Are you held to a fiduciary standard at all times? Put it on paper. I want to see it on paper. Sign it. Do you provide comprehensive financial planning? Put it on paper. Everything we talk about that you say you're going to do, I want to see on paper. I don't want no, oh, I didn't say that, Jim. I don't know what Mr. Fain is talking about. I didn't say that, Jim. I don't want to hear that. Okay, number 10. And then we're going to wrap this thing up. Number 10, generate multiple income streams. Back to the side hustles. Got your primary income. Got to build side hustles, guys. Got to have secondary incomes. So there you go. Those are the 10 things. Those are the 10 ways, guys, that you can. And it says rich people diversify their sources of income. Did you know? And just a little FYI for you. And I think I read this not too long ago that when you look at like multimillionaires, they normally have like 5 to 7 income streams. They normally have 5 to 7 income streams, right? Just a little FYI. Rich people diversify their sources of income in addition to wages and salary earned from their primary jobs. They also earn money from investments and profit-generating side ventures like rental properties. Sounds just like me for the last 30 years. Well, there you go, guys. There are your 10 ways to get yourself to financial freedom. I hope you guys take some of these things and dive into them and, go ahead and execute them. I think they're all within your reach. I believe in my career, I've used all 10 of them. I've used all 10 of them in my career. So, there's no reason why you can't. What you got to do is you got to dive in, right? You got to dive in and do what you need to do in order to make it happen. I mean, it's your financial freedom. These 10 things can help you. I would say dive into them. And if anybody wants me to send you the, matter of fact, maybe when I get done with this, I'll put it in the, the description box. I normally don't do that, but I will put it in there. I'll put it in the description box. So if anybody wants to go back after this thing turns into a video, just go to the live stream button, click on live stream. It'll be the top one. It'll be video format. Just go in the description box and you'll see this article so that you can go and have these 10 things that you can look at on your own leisure and hopefully you can execute these things, because I think it'll help get you to wealth, man. The key is getting yourself to a point where you can have more time, more freedom, and more choices in your life. Get yourself some wealth, man. And that way you're good. If you want to get out of the rat race, you want to get off the hamster wheel, you can. And you don't have to wait 30 years. You can do it in 10. If you want to be aggressive enough, you can do it in 10, you can do it in 5, you can do it in 3. It depends on how aggressive you want to be and how much money you have to invest and what you invest in, right? That's a big part of it, is what you invest in. That's why I really like the one of the ways in here where they said you want to ride these economic waves, you want to ride these stock market waves, you want to ride these technological waves. I like that. I'm riding one right now, and it's called artificial intelligence. And I'm gonna ride that thing till the wheels fall off. And hopefully they don't fall off for 5 years. So once I make mine and get rich, I wish everybody the best of luck, but I'm pulling my money and getting up out of there. So I got about 5 years, maximum of 10, to ride this wave with this artificial intelligence. So that's where I'm at, guys. Hopefully you're having a great Saturday. Hopefully you did something good today, had some fun. I had fun. I went and looked at some more cars today and had a good time doing that. It was fun, just getting out on a Saturday and looking at cars, and I test drove one. Goodness gracious. I got to stop going to these dealership test driving stuff. So, but I had a good day. It was fun and I enjoyed it. But this is what I do in my downtime, guys. I go look at cars and I test drive them, and that's a big part of my personal enjoyment. So, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have more time, more choices, and more freedom in my life because of the wealth that I built and the income that I generate. I wouldn't be able to do these things. So whatever's important to you, build wealth. And then you got the opportunity to do whatever's important to you as much as you want to do it. I don't know what's important to you. Only you know that. But whatever it is, goodness gracious, if you go out and build wealth, there's no stopping you, right? There's no stopping you. So do me a big favor, get down in the description box, click on that Moomoo link if you're looking to get yourself up to 15 free stocks. They can be valued anywhere from $2 to $2,000 a piece. So get yourself in the description box, click on the Moomoo link, open up that new Moomoo account today, fund it with $100, you get 5 free stocks. Fund it with $1,000, you get 15 free stocks. Now you're locked and loaded and you're ready to go. You're ready to start buying some paper assets to build wealth. And if you don't know how to use the brokerage app, send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Just send me an email saying, Richard, I opened my Moomoo account. I funded that Moomoo account. Please send me those tutorial videos so I can learn how to use this brokerage app. So next week, I'm ready to go. I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready to buy me some assets that I'm going to continue buying these assets over the next 5, 7, 10 years to build my wealth. And then on top of that, send me your blueprint so I know what you're buying. So if I want to copy your plan, I can. That's simple. Send me that email through my website, www.richardfain.net, and I'll get that information out to you ASAP, pronto. And if you want to join my community, our community, for my club members, my mentorship club members, it's a private mentorship club, over 700 strong, growing every single day, guys. I think right now we're up to about 720, 730. It's growing. It's going to continue growing because it's a community of people that want to help people. It's a community of people that want to get to their financial freedom, their pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and they're willing to pay the price. That's why they're there. So if you want to be a part of that, consider joining through the website. There's a membership button or a join button, depending upon what device you're using. Click on that. Get yourself over to the Patreon site. Sign up. Dive in. Everybody that's signing up now, I can see them in the community chat. They're diving in as soon as they sign up because that's what you get. You get out of it what you put in, right? You get out of it what you put in. But it's a good group of people over there who are sincere and they're willing to help you. And they're all different degrees of financial literacy over there. They're all different degrees of people's level of investment experience. So don't be ashamed if you go over there and you don't know much. Just dive into the community chat and say, hey guys, here's my name. I have really no experience, but I'm thinking about this. Can y'all help me out? Boom. They own you. They own you. They own you. They are going to help you. And I'm going to be in there helping too. And if you want to, again, direct message me right on the Patreon homepage. You can direct message me. And all you got to do is say, Richard, hey, I need you to help me put together a blueprint. And then I'm going to say, well, golly, I already got one. All right, you don't need to recreate the wheel. I got a blueprint already. I got 2 of them. Getting ready to create a 3rd one. So pick between them 3. I can't recreate a whole new blueprint for you. You can look at these, what I got. Now, if you come to me and say, hey, this is what I like. I got a 401k and these are the things my money is in. Then I'm gonna ask you some questions about that and I'll help you. I'll give you my opinion on the ones that I think match up with what you're trying to get ready to do. But you gotta send me that information from the 401k because I know in your 401ks, you don't got no whole lot of choices. So it's whatever the choices they give you, I'm willing to help you and give you my opinion. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can give you my opinion based on my experience of doing this for a lot of years. If you're trying to build wealth exponentially and you're sitting here in bonds, 100% in bonds, well, you ain't gonna build wealth exponentially, not that fast. Not at 4% you ain't, not at 3% you ain't. So you may have to readjust some things in order to get to the growth. Maybe you get out of income for a little bit and get some growth first and then go back to income, or you split it. Maybe you do 60% growth and 40% income so that you can protect yourself. That's okay. That's called a 60-40 split. Nothing wrong with that, guys. But if you ain't a part of the mentorship group, I can't help you with that. Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm just giving you my opinion because I've done 401ks for 25 years in banking. That's what I did. I invested in 401ks for 25 years. I know what a 401k is. I know what happens in these 401ks, even though I'm not, like I said, I'm not a expert, but I'm somebody that has experience and can lend my experience. Ain't nothing wrong with people lending their experience. You ain't got to be no licensed financial advisor to tell people what your experience is with a 401k. You don't have to be licensed to do that, guys. Oh, here's my experience. Here's what I did. And then they can decide what they want to do. And like they said in the article, if you want to go get you a professional, go get you one. It's like a billion of them out there. That's okay with me. But if you ask my opinion, I'm going to give it to you. Right? So get yourself over to the mentorship club and try that out if you want to. We'd welcome you. We'd love to have you over there. Well, guys, thank y'all. Appreciate you. I'm out of here. I think I've been on this thing an hour. It's enough. I'm getting ready to enjoy the rest of my Saturday evening. I got some emails. Not emails, but direct messages I got to return to some of my club members because I got a whole thing full of them. So I'm going to sit down for an hour and dig through those, get all those answered, get over to I got a couple things I want to drop on the post. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drop this article right here in the post on the Patreon site so that whoever in the private mentorship club want to see it and look at it, they can. So I'm gonna drop it there, but I also, like I said, I'll drop it in the description box as well for those that want it. So appreciate you, man. Hey, I'll see y'all back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So if you want to rock with me and hear some more of me, great. You got a double dose today. So if you just want to get a single dose tomorrow, be here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll have some more stuff, getting ourselves prepared for next week. We got another work week. And I don't mean going to your job. I'm talking about getting to wealth. Another work week to get to wealth. Right? I ain't talking about your job. I'm talking about a work week, a full work week to get ourselves in position to buy assets so we can get out of that job at some point in the future, right? So appreciate you, man. Lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.